really, honestly, it is due time, but no change has been made without sacrifice. So people, dying for freedom is really not unheard of. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Unadulterated. I'm Bianca, and this is
Teddy. What's going on, people?
Yeah, it seems like it's been a long time, but it really hasn't. We just kind of have some gaps in between recording. But anyway, nevertheless, we are happy to be back to cover another topic. Before we do that, just want to say again, thanks so much for all your support and everything that you guys have been doing pertaining to just communicating with us on the topics that we've been speaking on. Do you want to say anything before we start our topic?
Well, you got to shout out the people that's showing love. First of all, look at this beautiful T-shirt that we got.
Yeah, I wish I could show mine, but the camera's really low.
She got one on too, but
that's Tori. She makes, all different types of apparel and things of that nature. Oh, you should show them the mask.
Yeah, I'm pulling out right now. She even made a mask.
Yeah, that was super cool.
I should have started the video with it on.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, so if you guys want to contact her, feel free to send us an email at unadulteratedview@gmail.com, and I can give you further information on how to contact her for, any of your apparel needs. So moving forward, today I want to cover the topic that is basically heavily spoken about, like today in the last couple of days in the news. In Nigeria, there are protests that's been going on for about 2 weeks to end SARS. Yeah. They want to prevent, robberies and different crimes taking place. Supposedly that's why they were started in 1992. But contrary to their cause, they've been the ones doing all the robbing and stealing and killing. So now, they want to be bribed and things of that nature, when they stop people. And so, people have just gotten fed up. And so that's why the protests have been taking place. Peaceful protests have been taking place in the last couple of weeks, but just the last day or so, it's taken a turn for the worse, and they've begun to attack the protesters, shooting them. I think they said that at least 30 people were killed.
Wow.
The number. Sometimes some of them said 20, some said 30, and then 50 injured. But the actual government says no people have been injured, no people have been killed. So conflicting stories and reports. But we're sure that people have been injured and killed because of the videos that have been viral on social media. And so anyway, I just wanted to touch on that topic because it sounds like some of the stuff that we've been dealing with, here in the United States. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know much about the topic, but it's just funny how what's going on with 2020 where all this stuff is being exposed that, like you said, they was protesting, but really comes to find out it was actually flipped, and the people that's really doing things that they shouldn't be doing is the ones that's doing stuff that's not so great. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, the government is who they're trying to fight against. And even the people in the streets are saying, but I've heard even in our own streets that, we're willing to fight for the generation or my children or my grandchildren. They're willing to lay down their lives just to dispose of this faulty system that has, I guess that has prevailed over them for so long. They're just over it. Like, it's only so much that people can take. And so that's why you see people willing to protest all the time and even die or whatever. They're willing to do it because they know it's just too much.
Well, I think people need to be reminded that this ain't just a American pandemic. This is a global pandemic. Mm-hmm. There's so many things across the board as far as the whole world just being affected by what's going on with this pandemic and coronavirus and whatever you want to call it, this wave of the year 2020, a vision of things being exposed. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a worldwide I guess, dismantling of these systems, that have been put in place. And, really, honestly, it is due time, but no change has been made without sacrifice. So people, dying for freedom is really not unheard of, because that's why wars existed, for generations, that some that we aren't even aware of, things that existed, why people were able to die in the name of having freedom and not being, I guess, charged with just complying with something that is, I guess the people have been really corrupt. So it's not okay to be corrupt. Like, I don't know exactly, because I'm not there in Nigeria, but I do understand corruption, because we deal with it too. It's just different levels. And so I definitely can reason with them and understand that them saying enough is enough.
Okay. Now, why does this resonate with you? Why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself? Like,
I never even thought about to mention that, because a lot of people who know me already know that, my father is Nigerian. So, of course, I am of Nigerian descent. Also, I have Nigerian dual citizenship, Nigerian and American. So it does hit home. My family are there, dealing with the corruption and also protesting that I've been made aware of. And so, of course, I'm going to, that resonates with me, of course. Yeah. So I don't know, but then I wanted to be able to resonate with everybody, because if you think about it, this is the same stuff that we all are dealing with. Mm-hmm. If you think about you as a Black man, if you feel like you've been, I guess, profiled or targeted from some sort of system, or, even anybody that's dealing with some sort of oppression, they should be able to empathize with what's going on over there.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of the same fights. It's just one thing, because, we always look at it from a Christian standpoint. I mean, for even in my own life, you notice that the devil doesn't have no new tricks. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he might attack a different individual in a different way, but it's pretty much the same spirit. It's the same tactics. It's not nothing new. So when you tell me that Nigeria is dealing with a lot of stuff that we're dealing with, I'm not surprised, because we give the devil too much credit. He's not that clever. I mean, he's clever, but he uses a lot of the same tactics. It's the same spirit. And I'm not surprised that it's very similar to what we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm. And although they've been able to oppress people, and even here we've been oppressed on some platformers and in some nature of the word, we have been, but ultimately, it's God who works all things together for our good. So yes, it's taken a battle to dismantle the systems. Yes, It's hard, and people are losing their lives, and it's just it's not easy in any sense of the word, but I think that it's definitely necessary so that we can go forward in a better way. You know what I mean?
I mean, we always talk about all these stories in the Bible, how God brought people through, but if you really think about it, it was always a fight. There was always some resistance. There was never, Moses had to get the people out of Egypt. He had to deal with Pharaoh that whole time, and God pretty much had to save them by closing the Red Sea on the Egyptians who were trying to get them. I mean, can you imagine you being them same people? You're like, Moses, you leading us, you saying that's better, but we got this powerful leader who can just destroy us at a snap of his finger. Mm-hmm. And while you going through it, it doesn't look like that you're going to get to the other side. But I mean, this is just part of life, and how are we going to sit here as Christians and think that we're in the 21st century or whatever century we're in, thinking that, huh?
You're 21st.
Okay, yeah. So how we think that things is going to change, that God is going to give us something different that he didn't give them, and that we was going to go through with flying colors, and that we was going to have no change with no resistance. I mean, this is just part of the fight.
Yeah, and it is, and like you said, he's really no respecter of person. So we're all going to have a battle or a fight to go through in whatever lifetime or whatever generation or whenever you were born. There was a fight. Think about the civil rights movement. It's always going to be a fight, and I think that what was it, women's rights that came after that? I don't know. Civil rights still hasn't been resolved.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's
yeah.
slavery and all these different things. It's like it's always going to be, no matter when you came, it's going to be a fight. But I guess what position you take is up to you. But still being able to empathize with one another and being prayer for one another, because we definitely know what it is to not, or for someone to, I guess, what did they what's another word? Well, just to be oppressed, we know what it is either way. Even if it's not to the extent that someone else may be experiencing, for sure we can empathize with their position. And so, yeah, my heart, I'm sure our hearts go out to them. And, we just will be in prayer for them. And hopefully, in which I don't see it ending really soon, but hopefully they can come to a resolve, because, it's just unfair that if you're somewhere and they feel like stopping you, they can rob you or even kill you just because they hold a position over you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. We wish the best for them. And I mean, we got our fight, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't be, have some kind of remorse or some kind of thoughts for other people in their fight. Because I mean, we all in this together, even though we're in different nations.
Mm-hmm. I think this is a great opportunity for all of us to really reason with each other, band together, even if we do have differences, just to band together, especially in faith, I would say, and just continue to seek God for deliverance and guidance in this time. And, just to see what is his plan that's beyond this. Help us to keep, the faith, because times like this can be really discouraging. It seems like there's no way up when your people are being killed. Or, I heard another story about how, I guess the SARS agents had shot at the protesters, and then they blocked the ambulance from coming in to, I guess, get the people who had been injured. So sounds like some evil going on to me. It sounds really, the fact that people could be so evil. Like, yeah, it's time for people of faith definitely to band together and start to, I think, seek God and pray. Prayer is the biggest thing that we could do.
Absolutely.
Yep. So anyway, that's about all the information I have currently, or that I'm aware of currently on the subject. If some updates come, I'm sure Teddy wouldn't mind us coming back on and just kind of updating you guys and talking about it. And, I just would like to encourage all of you viewers to just continue to pray, I guess, like I said before, and we'll do the same. And so, you have anything else to say towards the topic before we end?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right, guys. So until next time.
And we thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting on the videos. And like we said, we appreciate everybody who comes in and gets in the comments and gives us their appreciation about any topic that we talk about. And remember to let us know what you want us to talk about. We need topics. We want to talk about what y'all guys want to hear. This channel ain't about us.
So yeah, we're looking forward to that, guys. And until next time, it's unadulterated.